Hello there, friends. Sorry I'm not here today, but I did want to go over a couple of things with you. I talked about how to add some user interface stuff, and I just kind of showed you in my program how I did it. And I talked about a couple of things, but we never really did it together. I never really showed it to you, gave you a good demo of how it looks in your program, and I want to do that today. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up a program here, and it's just kind of a simple, so far, just two sprites. I've got them having kind of a good reset of going back to a particular spot and backdrop. I've got my Scratch sprite, and I've got a Centaur, and that's kind of where we're at. So let's start by adding a little bit of dialogue. So we'll go to Scratch here, and we'll say, I like to go to the pool. So to go to the pool, click on me. And the Centaur will do the same thing, except he's going to go to the basketball court. Okay, so now when I click the flag, we've added a little bit of dialogue. To go to the basketball court, click on me. I want to go to the pool. To go to the pool, click on me. Most of what I'm going to do is going to be here in the events section. So for this particular one, I'm going to do a when sprite is clicked. So when sprite is clicked, I want the background to change to a pool. And for the Centaur, same thing. We'll change to the basketball court. So now when I hit the flag, we get our dialogue. If I click on Scratch, we go to the pool. If I click on the Centaur, we go to the basketball court. But you can see that the dialogue is still there, and I want that to go away when I click on them. So I could do it a couple of different ways. For Scratch, I'm going to add and I found out that to get rid of our dialogue, we just have to attach and have them say nothing, and that'll get rid of the dialogue. So now when I click on Scratch, his dialogue goes away, but Centaur's is still there. So let's program that to go away. Let's use a when backdrop switches to block. When backdrop switches to pool, we want Centaur's dialogue to go away. Reset. We get our dialogue. We go to the pool. It goes away. That's one way I could program that sequence of events. If I click on Centaur, we still go to the basketball court. We still have dialogue. Let me show you a different way to do the same thing using the Centaur. I'm going to go to Events, and I'm going to hit the broadcast message. And I really like this way of programming because it really just sends a message for all my sprites to just start a new program. So I'm going to send the message basketball, which means we're going to go to the basketball court. So for the Centaur, when he receives that message basketball, I can program all kinds of things I want him to do. I could do the same with the Scratch. I could do it all after when the backdrop switches and program it all. But I like this one because it just helps me kind of keep track of what I'm doing. So we'll get rid of the dialogue, and I could have the Centaur move. Let's have him go a little bit up in the court to right there. Notice how I moved him first, then drug the block over. That way it goes where I want him to go. I can do the same thing over here with Scratch. I go into Events. I get the when I receive message basketball. I want his dialogue to go away. And I want him to move as well. Let's have him move just a little bit down on the court. Notice we switched to pool. Think about why did that happen? Why did it switch to pool just now? Because I clicked on him. Keep that in your mind, and I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. All right, let's reset. Now when I click on Centaur, we go to the basketball court, they move, the dialogue all goes away when I receive basketball. One of the things that's important to keep in mind is the way I've programmed this right now. If I click on Scratch, is it going to go to the pool? Yeah, because all of these things are always active. If I click on Centaur, they're going to go to the basketball court. They didn't move because they'd already moved. But those things are always active. In my program, I did things a little bit a different way. I did things with an ask and answer block. And I did that because that's not always active. So I'm going to show you that one. So let's say after we go to the pool, Centaur asks, and I'm going to go into the blue. I'm going to go to the ask and wait. Should we go home or should we go to the store? Press H for home, S for store. So now if I click on Centaur, they move. Oops, sorry. If I click on, this is the pool one. If I click on Scratch, they go to the pool, and then there's an ask and wait block. I'm going to program for if they press H, they'll go home. If they press S, they go to the store. That's in the operators section. I'm sorry, that's in the control section. I'm going to grab an if block, drag it over. In the operators, I'm going to set if my answer is equal to. So I'm going to grab the equal to block. Whatever the user inputs is going to be contained in this variable. So I'm going to put that in right here. Whatever the user puts in, that's going to be that. I want to say if the user puts in an H, change my background to room 2. That's going to be a bedroom. If, and it's going to be the same, almost the same, if my user answer is equal to S, go to room 1, which actually looks a little bit like a store. So now we go to the pool. We have our question. If our user types in H, we go home. If our user types in S, we go to the store. The only problem with this is if our user types in something wrong, nothing happens. So if I go to the pool and I type in Y, there's no way for the user to advance. So they all of these programs have some pluses and minuses. The first way I programmed, no matter when you click on the sprite, whatever I programmed is going to happen. With the ask and answer, if the user types in the wrong thing, nothing happens. So keep that in your mind as you program. Any of these are going to be absolutely acceptable for you to use as programming. I know there's going to be some challenges for the user if they don't quite do something exactly as you expect, and that's going to be okay for our program. All of those are absolutely fine ways for users to have an opportunity to interact with the program. Good luck today. I hope everything goes well. Do a good job, program it the best you can. I'll be back for your next class. And if you have any questions, make sure to use each other as a resource. You guys are great programmers. Talk to each other, help each other, do the best you can. I'll be back next class. I miss you, and I hope everything goes well today.